All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's show. It is your boy, The Wiz. Sorry, there's not going to be much of a setup here. I'm probably going to pick you up most of the time, seeing as this is my backup area. Sunday, the 12th of July. It is almost been a month since our wonderful birthday. 32, I think. Something like that. Today's drink brought to you in part by, sorry guys, the beers have not been cracked open yet. But yeah, these are in the fridge and feel like I'm lacking a little bit, so I had to grab one before I would get into our little festivities. I've actually already got my hands dirty today. And I have an example over here, and then I have what I'm going to show you, kind of what I'm doing over here. Any more of an intro? Yeah, things are all right. It's Sunday. It's a good day. Did not get any breathing in. Exercise is behind. I don't have a car at the moment. This is where I get into vlog style. So if you don't care, I mean, I don't care either, but I also know that some people are coming for information. This is to me, it's entertainment versus education. Entertainment with education, either or. You don't have to come for both. You don't have to come for either. But if you come, you're going to get hopefully some of each. My vlog is just, gosh, it's more or less entertainment. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. Because obviously I haven't breathed this morning. No meditation. I'm trying to get into a nice little zen right now with the plantings and everything. It's a whole new season for me, technically. I am remediuming, folks. Got one here and one there right behind me. That's the one that's not finished, but it's prepped and ready to go. I'm going to show you here in a minute. But this is a whole new cycle. The very first time I did this, I used the same guys here. These aren't. Sorry, I know I keep on coming out of the light, but these guys, yeah, that's way better. Like my little my little whole grow area. It's marvelous, ain't it? It's just gorgeous. But yeah, these I had 3 trays to begin with, and I think I lost one, or I didn't. I lost one, But I have obviously enough packets. I have many more of these chilling out, and I don't even know if I'll use these. I will maybe eventually, but they're just taking up space right now, and it's basically a difference between usage of being able to use all of my materials and not just wasting versus them just not being used. So they're good. I had 3 of these things to start with. They were free. I love to utilize everything to the fullest. I don't waste shiz. At least I try not to. The growing medium is obviously a little bit different the first time. I literally did the way the package told me to. So 72 compartments, 72 individual one of these guys. Very, very boring. I definitely think it was too much water the first time it was very rudimentary the first time I did it. I didn't do much fingering. What it tells you to do is have these little cartridges in there. They're flat, they're really small, they're completely dry. You add the water, you add exactly how much it says. They poof up in a half hour, and you squeeze your fingers in there and make a little hole. I didn't do too much. I think it was too much water, and when I touched them again, they were way too damp, and that was after like a week or 2. They do use sweet or peat moss, I believe, inside these little containers, which does retain water and relieve it at its own convenience, so to speak. Sorry. I just don't have a place. My arm's getting tired. I think the downfalls is there was way too many. I'm very slow to do the process here. Obviously, the biggest difference is space here. I mean, it's less seeds, but more space. So I am a heavy seeder. If you see my garden out in the back, I just throw seeds down. Why? Because, well, this season, in the beginning, those are my seeds. For those of you that actually do grow, yes, you'd probably be very, haha, sure, the entertainment aspect kicks in. But essentially, I just went to the shop and bought some seeds. It's my first time, so it's gonna be the same as everyone else's. But within that many seeds, I'll get quite a few different, quite a few different styles of growing. First one, I used 72 of these little pods. Way too much, at least at the speed at which I was going. I mean, don't know everything. Directions say most plants every 3 inches, or after the first true leaf comes out, get it outside. I wait a little bit longer. I don't purposefully wait, but I do coddle. I do coddle a little bit. Slash, forget, or just can't. I think today, or this season was really more or less just not being ready. I didn't catch my niche, my vibe, my green thumb, whatever the heck you want to call it. I didn't really feel a passion to do this shit until about May, right? It really just didn't kick in. I didn't even get it to kick in until someone bought me these Jiffy containers. That's what these things are. Yeah, this was my first time. So I am just someone who does things a bit differently. So if you like it and you have similar, if you have similar backgrounds to what I'm working with, I know I'm not giving you all the factors, but I don't like to waste. I know there's better ways to do it than using these. I know there's better growing mediums that you can purchase. Next step up from this would be the individual growing mediums that have 3 inches of space, each encircled, right? So that it's almost like the flower ones that you pick up from your Home Depot or Walmart, where they have each flower gets its own compartment, but in a bigger scale, you have a really deep container with about that much space, and you still have about 72 of those. That way the roots can go down, spiral down. If you do leave it too long, it won't spread out and connect to other roots and make it difficult to tear apart. It'll just be in its own little container, sort of held down, right? Exactly how it should be. Yeah, that's what coddling is, and all forms of life need a little bit of nourishment until they get mature, which is after so many odd days. Just read the packet and you'll find out. Maturity is different than the germination and the seeding and all that good stuff. Figure it out yourself. I am still new at this. That's the best part, is my memorization is not there. If you guys come to this channel for the tips, the tricks, the tools, I really don't know, and I probably won't know for a long time. I don't memorize things very well. Depth per seed, spacing. I get the general concepts, like root vegetables grow easier in, let's say fall or cool weather, right? It's okay if root vegetables grow in cool weather. Greens grow in cool weather. Sunny weather would be the vines, or not the vines, but like tomatoes that actually have to be in the sun. It's kind of obvious stuff. Herbs probably can't take too much sun. Some of them do, but they can't take too much heat, right? They're very subtle. I get the general concepts, but not the actual 100% facts. They're not that important to me. I'll learn those along the way. Those are the easy ones to learn. So anyway, growing mediums. Good enough intro, 9 minutes in length. Growing medium, I can't even turn around the thing, so I'm just going to hold it right about here. If you look close, if you look down, obviously you can see the thickness of the growing medium. It's about an inch or two. Inch or two. It's about 2.5 inches deep, right? And on top, this is the finished product. So mind you, I actually layered, like the one I'll show you over there. I actually layered the bottom with my own soil. I'll use something different every time, but I think the medium that I have is a compost mix. It's a little bit It's a little bit of everything. Like I said, I don't waste anything. So even the dirt from the pots that have already been used, these things use peat moss. If I don't use the little thing or tore or something, I'll toss that right in the mix. Right, it's not a whole lot. I go by feel, right? I go strictly by feel as far as the dirt goes. Right now, in time I'll learn. But I went by feel and I filled up just enough to where I covered, kind of little slots that they had, little grooves. They aren't much of anything, but there were little grooves down there. Covered them up. They were about yay deep, maybe ½ inch to an inch. And then I settled these guys right on top, as you can see them poking out a little bit. And then I didn't poke them on my finger, but I have a permanent marker poked in about 1/4 of an inch. And that's what you see here. I'll plant the seeds later and cover it with maybe just a really fine, light handful. I'll take my hands, take 2 clumps, squeeze it together, and just shake them right over and just let it fall right on top. It'll be really nice. This is right before putting the dirt. So inside the pods, let me just tell you guys here. Inside the pods is really, like I said, it's peat moss, which is just water retention. There's no minerals. There's no nutrients in anything there. Underneath here is the actual compost or dirt or soil that I'm hoping can be utilized once I forget to transplant them and the roots shoot out of the pods and into the soil, which will also be formed all around and inside the grooves, obviously, of the plants. So it's less plants, but more space, obviously. So I also need to run to the store and get more chemicals. What are they? Freaking, right? Garden cone, whatever it is. But yeah, and then cover it again. That is it, guys. That's all I have here. I wanted to get that in just because it's new, right? It's brand new. I've got zucchini and cucumbers going. They're coming. I really, all I'm looking to do is get some fucking free veggies, man. I need to dish out my vegetables. I need to juice it. I need to fucking juice all my, I need to juice all my veggies. Need to get them in, get them out, get them going. I'm not seeing too much color yet. My zucchini is pretty nice, but it's all right. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up there. Catch you guys later with, I honestly don't even know, probably herbs. I'll probably single plant herbs in more bigger containers. More bigger is most certainly in proper English. So watch that later. And from Basil and I to you, see ya. Yeah, it smells awesome.